Begin. Welcome back to SFA Mass Comm Tutorials. In this section, we're covering Final Cut Pro X, version 10.0.7, which most of our students here will be using a newer version or an older version. There may be some parts of this program that don't quite work like what I'm about to show you. It's okay. If you understand the basic workflow, it's very easy to adapt to any upgrades. Now, last time we gave a basic overview of the event library, the viewer, the project library, and the timeline. In this section, we're going to talk about where it all begins, which is importing video. Importing video is the term we use for bringing in footage that you've shot out in the field into your editing program, into Final Cut, so that you can do something with it, so that you can start sequencing, which means putting clips in the order that you want. But it all begins with importing. Now, in Final Cut, you can import in a couple of ways. You can either go to File, Import Media, or Video. If I click on this, you'll notice that a window will pop up shortly. That gives me some options as to where I want to download from, where I want to import video from. Right now, we actually have, this isn't a camera in ours, this is a tape deck, but I have my footage on an SD card. If I pop this into the reader, or if I plug up my camera, the program begins searching for this new device. If I click on this, you'll see a series of clips pops up. Now, these were just stock clips of interviews with 8th grade students we shot a couple of weeks ago. But as I click on them, I can actually see, that's not an 8th grade student, that's Dr. Davis in our department. But as I click through some of these clips, we can actually see what they look like and whether or not we want to import them, bring them into our video. We also, if you'll remember skimming from last time, we can move our playhead, that's this red line, across the screen to see what this video piece actually has in it. We could also hit the space bar, which is play, to have it play in real time. Now, we can select and import clips in a couple of different ways, but I want to go over all of them with you. First off, we could select individual clips and import them one by one. Click one, hit import selected, and then you're on your way. But what if we want a whole range of clips, like say clips 1 through 10? It would take a while to click one, import, wait for that to work out, and then click the next one. What would be better is to do what we call shift selecting. I would select the first of the range, hold shift, select the last of the range, so click clip 1, hold shift, click clip 10, and now I have an entire range selected. So when I hit import selected, it will import all of these clips. Now, this is great if you want to actually import a huge number of files, or any size of number of clips, and do it in a fairly expedient way. But what if I don't quite know what I want? For example, I've shot a lot of different things over several days. I'm a busy field news reporter, and I've got several different things from several different events. In other words, projects I'm working on up here, different folders that I want to get things in. And I have to start doing organizing. I have to start organizing my clips. Well, you can do this at the beginning by either doing the shift select like we talked about, or doing a command select. So if I hit command, if I select whichever first clip that I think I want, let's say clip 2, and then if I hit command, then I can simply click through my clips and select them individually. I'm still holding command, by the way. Oh, you know what? I've decided that I didn't really want clip 12. Now I could do that, and all of a sudden it's all reset. Students do this all the time. Or I'm now holding Command, or if I said, oh, I accidentally hit 12, I didn't mean to, while still holding Command, if I click it, it removes it. So I'm adding or removing clips individually. Oh, this is ahead of myself a little bit. Double clicked on that. We don't want that. So I'm adding or removing clips by holding my Command key. So I've selected this. Let's just go with a few so that we can do this very quickly. I'm going to click 1. I'm going to click clip 1, Command click 3, and Command clicked 5, and then hit Import Selected. Now, this will say, do I want to add it to an existing event or box of footage, or do I want to create a new one? Now, we advise our students to create one folder for themselves and then to save all their footage into that folder. If you're using this for more advanced projects or specialized projects, you may want to create a new event for each major project you're working on. But it can get cumbersome and it can get difficult when it comes to looking for your files. When we've got 200 students that are all editing at the same time, it's a good idea to just have the Alex Ricarte folder, the Carmen Stanley folder, the Dakia Mason folder, and all of the footage is right in there. So I've got mine set up at J300, so I'll click Add to Existing. I can click the drop-down menu and go through and see all of the different files I have, but we want to stick with J300. If you create a new event, you also have the option of selecting which storage device you want. All of ours are on video storage. All the rest of this should appear about the same, and then we hit Import. Now, depending on the version of the program you're using, at this point in time, this window may automatically go away. It may automatically minimize. It's still importing, but you just aren't seeing this window. I'm going to close it myself and show you that it is in fact still importing my footage. Well, in fact it's done already. It's very quick. And there are my new files. So, I've imported my files. Now I can use them, now I can bring them into my project and organize them however I want to. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about sequencing. Sequencing is the term we use for organizing your clips in a particular way. Now there's several different things you can do to make this work very easily and fast for you, but we'll talk about that in the next tutorial. This is where I want to end today, and we'll see you next time on SFA Mass Comm Tutorials.